What could be done to make London cleaner and greener? Well, I think some of the initiatives that have already been in place are a good start. I think they could probably be improved on, but it's always a good place to start. I personally do what I can to be green. Having said that, recycling things, what have you, probably take a few too many air trips than I should, but you know, that's difficult to avoid, really. But I try to do what I can, mainly in the ways of recycling and transportation. Try to be green where possible.
I think it is getting better. Ken Livingstone, the mayor, is doing things about cleaning up the exhaust from cars and cutting down the number of cars, and the congestion charges lowered the amount of traffic, and that's all good. So it's probably getting better, but it's still quite oppressive in the heat of the summer in the middle of London because of the heat and the air not being very clean. We've started recycling, but we don't do as much as we should. Where I live, they've only been recycling, the council has only been recycling rubbish for about a year, and I'm keen to do that. I do split my rubbish into recycled and domestic rubbish. If they made it more complicated by having different types of recycling, I would like to do it, but I only live in a very small flat, so it's very difficult to have the room to recycle lots of different types of things. But I would recycle more if I could. I think we all should. We're spending far too much money on stuff that's going to take hundreds of years to dissolve in the ground or wherever it does dissolve. As for whether I cycle in London, I use public transport. I don't cycle because I'm a bit of a coward. I think it's dangerous cycling in London. I think you're likely to get knocked off your bicycle by selfish car drivers and the like. I do a lot of walking. I'll quite happily walk 3 or 4 miles. I've walked probably 3, 4, 5 miles from the city and around the West End today. And I like walking. It makes the city feel as if it's my city, if I can walk all around it.
I think maybe there could be some work done to improve the tube network, to make it more comfortable and more air conditioned in the summer.
The air pollution can be changed because we can start using lots of transport. We can start walking and don't use as many cars and buses, and try and use as less transport as possible.
I think recycling is a multi-million-dollar business, right? Anybody who wants to get into saving the planet are doing it, in my opinion, are doing it for self-gratification, money, nothing else. They don't give a rat's ass about the planet or the people of the planet. Big business is going to make $1 million out of this a day. If you want to buy a bottle of water in this country, a bottle of water is more expensive than a gallon of gas is in the United States. So there, what does that tell you about saving the planet? These people